He made $1 million selling drugs for former police officers.
And this bail bondsman's testimony implies the corruption went even deeper than the officers who were charged. ABC2 investigative reporter Brian Kubler joins us now live with what was said in the courtroom today.
Kelly, a friend and accomplice of Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, took the stand today and delivered yet another day of explosive testimony in this case. Donald Stepp, a close Jenkins family friend and bail bondsman, told the jury that Wayne Jenkins told him the gun trace task force was, quote, a front for a criminal enterprise. Stepp admitted to being part of the enterprise, telling the jury he sold the drugs Jenkins would steal. Since 2012, Stepp said he must have made more than $1 million pushing cocaine, crack, heroin, and even 2 trash bags full of prescription drugs Jenkins said he stole from looters during the 2015 riots. Stepp also testified how he was the man who supplied Jenkins with the clothes and heavy-duty tools he would use to rob big-time drug dealers in the city. Quick bags, he called them, filled with bolt cutters, crowbars, a machete, and this mask, all bought on Amazon. Stepp said he would provide, quote, a steady abundance of specialty equipment that they would need. Stepp, who participated in some of these robberies himself, described Jenkins as the prince of the Baltimore Police Department, who had the entire city at his disposal and the pick of the cream of the crop officers. But in addition to these 7 officers, Jenkins told Stepp there were, quote, other units, other officers steal. One name Stepp testified to was Sergeant Thomas Wilson, currently active in the BPD. He recalled one meeting with him, but then also implicated a Baltimore County police officer who was not named. Testimony today that begs the question for folks like Public Defender Debbie Levy, where does this corruption end? Do you start thinking, how far does this go out, how far does it go up, and where else does it go?
I mean, that's the only thought that I've got racing through my mind every day, all day, is where does it stop? How many officers, how many people's convictions are called into question for these officers' brazen and really egregious and horrible criminal conduct?
Now, Stepp was arrested and federally indicted last month for his role in all of this. He faces life in prison and is cooperating, obviously, in this case. Now, as the afternoon wore on, prosecutors continue to call more victims of these GTTF robberies, with more of a focus on Detective Daniel Herschel. And Officer Stepp testified Jenkins called, quote, one of the most corrupt cops in Baltimore City. This trial takes a break tomorrow and resumes on Monday morning. For now, we are live in downtown Baltimore. Brian Kubler, ABC2 News.